Hey everyone, how are ya? Hope you've all had a good day and evening. It's obviously wee hours of the morning for me. It's about 1:45, I think. I can't seem to get things done any earlier, but I always have to wait for news, and got some good news today, which is great, and I'll be talking all about that very, very shortly. I'll wait till some people come on, like I usually do. There we go, we're getting some people on, look at that, getting some love. I love the love. The love means everything, it goes straight to my heart. Love it so much. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm allowed to be. It's been an emotional roller coaster last week or so, and finally some light at the end of the tunnel for me, so it's been really, really good. Okay, got some people and that's good. I'll get started. What was I going to talk about? Oh, I can't remember now. I'll finish it. No, just kidding. Sorry. Okay, what a lot of people wanting to know about is about the glitch. And I've heard some nasty rumours about that, people with innuendo of what it could actually mean and things like that. Nasty stuff. These are the people with the glass half empty, always expecting the worst and never expecting things to work. And so to those people, you know, with all my deepest respect, haha, fixed it. It's currently being fixed right now. Guys, we worked out, we were doing it one way, and we worked out that by reverse engineering it with the people who didn't get uplines, and I mean, it happened, we're trying to fix that issue as well, but for the ones that haven't got uplines, of course, once we give them the uplines they're supposed to go to, those people who are waiting for that person so they can upgrade to level 2 will upgrade to level 2, which will then force the people that they were supposed to be attached to, well, the people they are attached to go to level 3 will go to level 3, and so on. So it'll start the chain reaction. So big thank you to Jamie for compiling the list of level 4 3s, 5 4 3s, 2s and 1s that weren't, you know, that either weren't cycling or didn't have an upline. And even our poor Trevon, 2 of his didn't get an upline, but that's on the list, mate, so don't worry, that's being fixed. You'll be attached to the correct person, and we'll work out why that's happening and make sure it stops. But Jamie's got something he can use to alert him anytime that happens, so it can be fixed straight away until we can find a permanent fix. I'm not sure why it's happening, but I have been in other matrices before. I think it was Zarfund a while ago, a couple of years ago now. They you know how it's supposed to go 2 and then 4, then 8, 16, like that, because it's a 2x. His sort of, sometimes, a lot of the times it worked, but sometimes there was a glitch in his system, the Zarfund system, that spread them like 4 or 5 wide at the top. Instead of 2, they get like 4 or 5. And but the glitch would sort of correct itself in a sense, and then follow where it's supposed to go. So those people that came in at the top never got anyone, you know. And I know it was a glitch they were trying to fix, and I'm not sure if they ever did or not, or even knew about it. I think they knew about it, but because you're dealing with a mathematical coding and things like that for something like a matrix, things like that happen. It hasn't happened to us in terms of the spreading, which has been great, but just the upline not being attached, and we can fix that. And as I said, luckily we've got nice and early. We know about it, so it's all good. And it's starting to really pick up pace now with, especially with Travon. He's on fire right now. He's really going hard. He's a very excitable man, and he's very, very pumped about this. And so that's excellent. He's doing an excellent job. We've had quite a few people upgrading today. Could be all him. I don't know. I haven't checked. But the good news is that the glitch will be fixed, and they're currently doing it now. So give them time to do that, but obviously, because they've got to find everyone and make sure it all works. But at least we know what the problem is, we know how to fix it, and we're implementing it now. So good news, yay! Been very stressful for me. There's nothing, I've never owned a program before where I was running it or anything like that, and I can only imagine what other owners have gone through when they've had these little glitches. And it's things like that that can, you get the people who are really negative to start crying scam, and then they spread it all over Facebook and everywhere else. It's a scam without even knowing what's going on. That's just their first reaction. We haven't had that. We have had a couple of people messaging people privately and suggesting things and things like that, like, you know, that something could be, and I know who those people are. So as I sort of said to them, I just go, because I like doing that. Because they obviously, you know, don't want to succeed because all they can think of is negative things. So they're wrong. I'm right. I feel much better. I'm not someone who gloats or anything like that. I'm just relieved and very, very happy that I can keep providing something reliable for you for years to come. And we've got through some things in the first 3 months, haven't we, guys? I mean, a lot of you guys have been with me at the beginning. We had that hacker attack, took care of that. Excuse me. And we also had this glitch, which was a real needle in a haystack. And but we got that worked out too now. So yeah, come at us. We can handle it. You know, we've got the talent of the people, and we've got the determination of the owner, and the determination of the members to you know, back me up as well. I mean, as I said, if I was just by myself trying to do this, I'd be lost, guys, without you. So big thank you from my heart to you guys. Love you all very much for that. Okay, so that's enough about that, and I'll probably do another update tomorrow with you know, the progress and or whether it's all done or not or whatever. The next thing Jamie's going to be working on for me now is finding the people we overpaid, so I can get some of that money back, so you guys, other guys can be paid. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sell my car. Hope not, because I don't want you guys missing out on anything. So he's going to work on that. Someone did ask me, oh, what if the people won't pay the money back, even though we can prove that they've got the money and they think they're scot-free? Well, in those cases, that, you know, I'll basically block them out of their account, and so they've got to decide, is 0.011 worth paying back, or do you want to lose 41 Bitcoin? It's up to you. So, but if I can prove that you've got it and you don't want to give it back because you want to go to me, well, I can do a bigger back at you. So, but I don't think it'll come to that because the members are awesome. So I think they'll be happy, more than happy, because most people don't check their Bitcoin balance or anything like that, so they won't know. They won't know that it's happened. It's all very new. So I'm sure. But someone did ask that question, and that's how I answered it. Simple as that. I will not have you guys getting screwed over. So and that comes to that, because they're not taking the money away from me. They're taking the money away from you, and you is who I'm thinking of, not me. So so that's all good. We'll work that out, and as I said, it'll all be friendly. It's not. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. It's not their fault. You know, it's a Bitcoin problem, actually. It's not even to do with our program. It's happening in a lot of programs. So so we'll get that fixed up and everything like that. So it should be fine. Or I don't have a car. Just kidding. I'll sell Tom's. Give me likes if you want me to sell Tom's car instead of mine. Yeah, likes. Give me likes. I hope he's not watching. He'll be hiding his car somewhere. He'll be burying it in the backyard or something like that. Here you go. Like, oh, sorry, Tom, you lost your car. He's probably happy he hasn't got the Audi anymore. But no, it's all good, guys. We'll get it all sorted out. As I said, the members are fantastic, and I don't see any problems at all, really. So awesome stuff. And okay, so that's those things. The technical side of it all done, all the serious side. But I'm really, really happy that it's being sorted. You guys have been so patient. It's been ridiculous. It's been absolutely fantastic. Some of you have been waiting 3-4 weeks to get paid, you know, for you to upgrade and everything like that, and haven't heard a word from you. You've all been happy and trusting in me, which is massive for me. So so yeah, thank you very much. Also, what else we got? Okay, I did that post for the FAQ. Some of those questions I will answer for the FAQ. Some aren't really an FAQ. The FAQ would be huge if I answer all those questions and try and put it in a video. It cost me a fortune to make the video. But I'll take out the more basic ones and maybe do a secondary one after that. In terms of how many people does it take, sort of thing, to go through the whole thing, I don't want to go into all that. That's not really an FAQ question. That's a mathematical question, and it's not really the right question to be asking. I mean, you've got a right to ask it, but doing a business or a program of any sort isn't about exactly how many people you need and sit there and wait, sort of thing. It's don't think about that. Just think about the expansion of Bitcoin Ascension. If you focus on the end goal and where you want to be, the rest just falls into place. It's irrelevant. Plus, I've got other surprises that are coming this year that I can't tell you about, and I know you guys are dying to know, and I can't wait to tell you what they are. which will make all that sort of thing moot anyway. So, but a lot of questions in there. Thank you very much to all the people who asked questions in there. Some will go on an FAQ, others won't, because I really only want to make the FAQ about how it works, things I need to know, like it's only 0.004 to go into each account. Each account has to be done separately. How do I clone an account? That's easy enough to do. We've got a video for that, and stuff. I saw one in there, the translating of docs into French. We are going to be doing all that. I'm going to get Mid Phoenix, because he speaks French rather well, to convert all the PDFs and the scripts that I write that were written, like the FAQ. That was my daughter. Hello, my daughter. And get them all translated into French. So we'll have them there for people, and anyone who asks will be, we'll have it in French and English. And if there's another language that we really, really need right now, it can be done that way too, or down the track. It's okay, because once we have the scripts, we have the scripts. And then we just go to the guy we go to who does them and say, oh, can you do it in Spanish now, or something like that, whatever needs. But there has to be a market for it for me to pay out for that sort of thing. If there's only 1 or 2 Spanish people in there, sort of thing, I can do the PDFs, but in terms of doing the videos and things like that, that costs a bit of money to do. So I don't want to waste it. The PDFs will do them for now, but if we have large groups of Spanish coming in, or Germans and Portuguese and things like that, then yeah, sure, I'll do the videos. And when I make a bit of money myself, because I need to make money myself, I'll do I'll be able to get the videos done in all different languages and things like that. So that's all good. So thank you for all those questions on the FAQ. I'll be able to go through all those, and as I'm writing the answers and making it into a PDF, I'll also have a script ready for the person to do the video for me, and we'll get it all nice and jazzy and stuff like that. So that's good. I'll be sending Catherine all the Australian people who wanted to be involved. If you're an Aussie and you want your Facebook pic used and what your dream is, comment here. I guess I could do a post, I suppose, just for the Australians right now, and then we're going to move to a different country and do those, and that's how we'll do the Ripple video series. And if you're okay with your Facebook pic being used, because it's the easiest one, and what your dream is, doesn't matter, big or small, doesn't matter, but it's just going to help for the video. So gets us out there. So people love following a series of things, especially if they're entertaining and informative and a bit of fun. So we're going to get that done. What else are we going to get done? The vids are going to get done. I was talking to Travon before. He was working his backside off, as he was saying. He says he's not going to sleep until it's all over the USA, so he's going to be a tired boy, but USA is pretty big. So he wants USA to be #1 in Bitcoin Ascension. So I think there's a few countries that might say, hang on a minute, I think we can beat the USA, so let's make a little competition out of that. You guys go at it. So that's great. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. I was going to mention it last night, and I got so wrapped up in everything else, and was still worried about that glitch, and now I'm not. You can tell I'm excited, can't you? Mandy Diamond has made quite a few pics. You might have seen some of them. I think Terry used one in the Instagram. I can't remember which country it was for, or which part of which country. But she's got Mandy's made some really great pics for Bitcoin Ascension. It's got things like the Eiffel Tower, like Paris, and it's got the name of the country and part of the country. Like there's California, I think, New York, Los Angeles, I think it was, like a landmark there. Same with New York. It's got some landmarks and nice pics, and with a little box of of one of our ads we did earlier in the year. In there, sort of thing, to be used as promotion for promotional advertising and things like that, and we're going to put that all together into a file so you can access those pics. So she's done them all around the world, like Australia as well, and UK, I believe, and many other countries. So if your country isn't there when you see it, sort of thing, let us know, and I'm sure Mandy would be happy to do something for your country if you like. It'd be a good way to represent where you're from, I suppose. And things like that. So as a bit of fun, but they look very professional. They're very good looking pictures. I loved them. I looked at all and I thought they were fantastic. So well done, Mandy Diamond, for those. She's been helping Travon as well get things done, and of course she does all the juicing, and she works full time as well, and still does all of this. And I think she sneaks off to the bathroom sometimes to listen to my lives and things like that. So when she's working, so this is cheeky lass she is, but she works very hard, and it's all a passion for Bitcoin Ascension to reach its height. So that's what I mean. I've got damn good admin who are there just, as I said, on volunteer. Like I said last night, they're just here on volunteer. They're just like you guys. That's all they are. They have accounts just like you. They need to make money just like you, and it's just that they've wanted to help out more. And you know, I've said yeah, and they've proven to me day in, day out that they can do the job. I know I talk about the admins a lot, but to be honest, you know, without the admins I'd be screwed. There's no way I could do this. There's no way in hell I could do this. Not even close. You know, and they do a bang-up job. So thank you to all of them, and obviously a big thank you to Jamie and Asif as well, the programmers for fixing the glitch. So so that's all good. So yeah, lots of work to do, lots of paperwork to do. Those FAQ is going to keep me busy for quite a while. I'll do them in the morning. I'm not going to do them now. It's too late to think straight. And I've got to keep my answers, unlike the way I talk, short but sweet, but with enough information in there to make sure people are clear. So what I'll do is some of the answers, especially explaining some of them about multiple accounts and things like that, I'll give to my admin to look over to see if they can understand it. I might even find a newbie to see, like someone who's not even in Bitcoin Ascension, do you understand this question and this answer to this question? And that might be a good way to make sure we've got the exact right answer. I love getting criticism over my answers because it's the only way I can make them perfect. And I know sometimes, because I know how everything runs, it's sometimes really hard to answer it in a way that someone who doesn't understand a matrix, you know, for them to understand how it works. So I don't want to be condescending or anything like that. I know how it works because I studied it all, you know, before I even started. So, and I've been doing it for years. But it'd be like someone trying to explain crocheting to me or something, and I've never picked up a needle in my life to do some crocheting. I probably couldn't follow it, and they'd have to make it really simple, but without making it sound like I'm an idiot at the same time. But I am. When it comes to things like crocheting, and no idea. When it comes to things like maths and matrices and things like that, I'm great. But yeah, don't ask me to knit you a jumper, guys. You'll be waiting a long time. You probably have bloody two holes for your head and about 4 sleeves. So it'd be a funny thing to see. Probably better on an octopus. But I could just see me going on forever with that sort of stuff. But yeah. And that's what I wanted to, actually, my bit of advice for today was that, you know, people say, oh, you know, you're amazing because you can run this and it's a great idea, and thank you for that, and I do appreciate it. I am proud of myself for taking that step and everything like that. And but you guys got to remember that you're all special in your own way. Some people advertise really, really well because they know how to do it, and some people can learn it. But sometimes your mind doesn't think that way, okay? It's not that you're stupid or not smart, if you want a more politically clear. It's because that's not the way your brain functions. So what you've got to do is find a way, if you want to advertise, your way of doing it. It's like my son's video, I suppose. If anyone's seen that, I think a few people have seen it now. He's talking about his photography and his film, and he makes reference to certain photographers or filmmakers, cameramen, and he says, you know, you want to be like this person or this person? Well, don't. You can't. You're not them. You're you. So just because some people like Tom advertises in different ways, Travon does it with this iJazz code thing he's using. I want to see how that works. You know, they're comfortable with that sort of thing. But if you're not, it doesn't mean you're not a good advertiser or you're not good at what you do. You just got to find the way that works for you. And one thing about, say, advertising, I'm using advertising as an example. One thing about advertising There's 1,000 different ways of doing it. Some people are good at talking to people in personal chats, so they never put anything on their page. Some people put the ads on their page and then get back to people. You get people like Gianna O'Keefe who will jump on and talk to anyone, and she's fantastic that way. But we all do it different ways. So never think anyone's better than you at, say, as I said, advertise for an example. Never think anyone's better than you. They just do it different from you. Just because you don't understand how they do it doesn't make you stupid, okay? You're not stupid. You just do it a different way. You think a different way, you talk a different way, and things like that. So be proud of the way you do things, okay? If someone's doing an advert and you don't get it, that's okay. Find the way that works for you. As long as you're being honest about it, you know, and you know in your heart. As I said, whenever you're advertising or anything, you should know about the program and the basics on how it works. And I dare say most of you know that. You know, just talk from the heart like I do. I talk forever, don't I? Yeah. But talk from the heart. You know, people know when you're being genuine. Okay? So that's probably the best bit of advice. But remember, you all do it differently. So you're all special. You're all smart. Okay? None of you are stupid. And that's my bit of preaching and advice today. Because it's true. It's the absolute truth. I don't do advertising the same way Tom does. And things like that. And I can never be like Tom. But I'm not Tom. I'm me. So I do things my way. You know, which is with my mouth usually. I could talk forever. So I'll cut it off here, but just remember that, you know, do things your way. As long as you're doing it, you know, honestly, you're doing it right. Okay, no one can tell you you're wrong. Okay, so I hope you all got a good look at my daughter walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. So she's a funny one. At least she didn't pull any faces this time, or she wasn't brushing her teeth, which was good. So, okay, I'll leave it at that. So, some really good news tonight. We're moving forward beautifully, and I'm really excited and happy today that we got that done. Makes me feel safer about the future. So, if anyone says, "Oh, is this going to stick around for a long time?" You go, "Yeah, it is," because he's on top of it, and we've got the talent in here to make sure it just keeps going. Okay, so be confident and be happy, guys. Okay, I love you all very, very much. Especially today, I'm very emotional and happy. And I will talk to you again tomorrow with some more updates. Okay, bye-bye.